By surrounding him with all of these capable creators and shooters, defenses have to give up something.
I go, do we not just see this play, dog? Look at this shit. This nigga Denfisel just threw a pass up, threw it up.
Defenses have
This nigga caught the ball like this and just threw it behind him, bro. Like,
come on, bro.
And Cat's supposed to stop that? And they don't have Mitchell Robertson, but I don't think he's coming back. Everything we learned, Knicks versus Spurs, the NBA Finals of 2026. We really finna see what's going on. Shout out to Hoop, thank you for this video. And honestly, man, I'm recording this video 2 hours before tip-off. So June 3rd at 6 p.m. So we finna try to get this video out before 8 o'clock, before the video gets out. But we're finna see, man. Let's get straight into it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys join Amazing members. Let's get straight into it, man. Like I said, shout out to Hoop, thank you for this video.
Adam Silver couldn't have scripted it any better. For the first time in NBA history, the two teams meeting in the finals already faced each
Also, forgot to say Spurs and 6, bro. The Knicks are not winning. Sorry. Even though Knicks fans say whatever, bro. Like I said in the last video, Spurs are definitely winning.
each other in a championship game. Back in December, the NBA Cup final came down to the Spurs and the Knicks. And because of that matchup, these teams didn't just play the usual 2 regular season games. They saw each other 3 times, with one of those meetings carrying real stakes. So what did we learn from those battles? What advantages did each team uncover? And what can they tell us about the upcoming NBA Finals? That's what we're going to figure out in today's video, brought to you by PrizePicks. But first, I want to emphasize how different regular season and playoff basketball actually is. Between the added intensity and more intentional game planning.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my man Dylan Harper, bro. He was hooping, gang. I ain't gonna lie. And I fuck with. And the reason why I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I want the Knicks, I keep saying the Knicks. The reason I want the Spurs to go to the finals, bro, because I want to see Wemby win. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, bro, one of the best prospects of all time. And he's the GOAT, man. Like I look you want to see him win. I'm not gonna lie. So it's just a matter of like seeing him hoop, and you know what I'm saying. His 3rd year in the season in the NBA, bro. And I want to see him win, bro. Like I want to see him hoop. Like that's gonna be tough. I don't lie. Like I want to definitely see him hoop. So we really finna see, man. I got my man Wemby going crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. I got him going crazy.
By June, we're watching
and doing Harper too, bro.
Sport. There's only so much you can draw from a regular season matchup, and even less from who won or lost. For example, there were stretches between these two teams where Mohamed Diawara played a key role. Not just for the Knicks, he played a key role in San Antonio's defensive scheme. Also, on December 31st, Kelly Olynyk got some burn, as did Tyler Kolek and plenty of others. None of these guys are in the playoff rotation. What we can learn from regular season matchups, though, is how these teams approach each other, what the key components of their game plans are. I think the Knicks and the Spurs both showed us a lot throughout their...
I'm not gonna lie, the Knicks, and they don't have Mitchell Robertson, but I don't think he's coming back, bro. That pinky, I think he broke his pinky, bro, so he's not coming back. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cat's getting bitched in the paint. And like I said in the last video, Cat's getting bitched, gang. No cap. He is getting bitched. I was standing 10 toes on that, bro. He's getting bitched. He's getting bitched.
Let's start on the side of New York's offense. One thing that really stood out was the Spurs' ball pressure. Castle was hounding Brunson 94 feet, not letting him easily jog the ball up court and set up the offense. And we saw the same when they instead had someone like McHale bring the ball up, whether it was Vassell or Fox. Full court pressure, constant attention. The chess match, though, was all about front court matchups, more specifically how the Spurs approached the unique problem that is karl-Anthony Towns. For the most part, Wemby's role on defense is to protect the rim. No matter what, he's constantly roaming and putting himself in position to turn away threats. It's not that simple when you're guarding Cat. Because not only is he an outlier of a three-point shooter at the center position, he's an incredibly skilled driver. Wemby can't leave him or attempt to close out without the risk of getting attacked in space. What this means is that the Knicks often start possessions with a wide open paint, which they'll take advantage of in a wide variety of ways. They've got the ball handlers, passers, and cutters to apply constant pressure. So as long as Cat is pulling a big away from the basket, help often has to come from the perimeter, then they've got
And I wouldn't be surprised if Cat has like 6 threes a game, bro. I mean, I said 6. He may have like between like 3 to 5 threes in a game, like made. Like I wouldn't be surprised, bro. He's gonna knock down threes because he can shoot, bro. He's one of the best like stretch fives in the league, bro. If not probably the best stretch 5 in the league. So besides probably like if Jokic is having a good shooting night, probably Jokic. But we'll just really have to see though, man, because it's gonna be scary, bro. I just say like Knicks, their offensive power is there, but their defense is kind of lacking, especially in the front court, because they have Josh Hart is undersized. Like no one's really gonna be able to guard Wemby. Like I ain't gonna lie, their best chance is putting OG Anunoby on him. But the thing about that is like, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to really just see how this is gonna work, bro. Because I mean, they're probably gonna put Towns on Champagne and probably put OG on Wemby and probably put like Josh Hart on fucking on Stephon Castle or doing Harp, whatever they're gonna do, but we'll just have to just see.
Shooters to take advantage. In general, they're just an extremely talented and versatile offense.
Exactly.
And Cat's presence opens up everything, forcing teams to get creative with how they defend the paint.
Because he's gonna pull away from the basket.
Of their second matchup, we saw the Spurs go to a zone in hopes of keeping Kornet at the basket. The Knicks just picked it apart though, using player positioning and ball movement to find the weak points. The only way the Spurs could protect both the rim and the three-point line was to make sure Wemby was at the basket without leaving a shooter. The way you do that is by cross-matching. For the most part, that meant keeping Wemby low. They'd have him guard whoever was in the weak side corner so that he could play free safety, spying on every action and making sure nobody had a clean lane to the rim. You'll see plenty of plays where he's constantly switching. No matter who moves into his space, he's taking the matchup to stay as close to the baseline as possible. Meanwhile, they're switching up top as well, keeping a body in front of the ball, because they know Wemby will be able to help behind them. When it comes to switching, you'd think you have to worry about mismatches, not just with Brunson, but with Cat posting up one of their guards. But as long as they had their rim protector underneath the basket, they weren't worried about mismatches. However, that relies on that corner man being a non-shooter. And remember what I said about their talent level. They could easily put a 40% three-point shooter on the weak side. Now when Wemby takes away the paint, the Knicks are still getting great offense. It's not as simple as just closing that space and running these shooters off the line either. Whether it's OG or Mikal, they're both capable of beating closeouts and putting pressure on the basket, which completely broke the idea of San Antonio's defense. They want to keep Wemby low so that he can help. With OG there, he can't, and the Knicks once again opened up the paint. With that said, though, they switched things up on March 1st. Instead of keeping Wemby low, they matched him up against Josh Hart, regardless of where he was on the court. And the game plan was obvious. Have Wemby help on everything and live with the results of Josh Hart catching the ball in space. Now it was on the Knicks to come up with a way to make Hart useful. First, they tried using him as a screener. Wemby just ignored him, though. He played the ball in high drop coverage, showed his length, took away Brunson's space, and completely sold out to the paint. Then when Hart gets the ball, nobody even cares to close out to him. So the Knicks also tried moving him to different spots, having him run around. Instead of spotting up, you'd see him dive at the rim. That didn't change much. They even tried using him as the hub of their offense, starting with the ball up top while they set up screening action. Wemby continued to ignore him, sell out to the paint, and take away cutters. If Hart was going to beat them, it was coming from the three-point line.
Yeah, if Josh Hart's not hitting fucking shots, bro, it might be donezo. I ain't gonna lie. Because, I mean, if there's that one man that can't shoot the ball, bro, it's literally Raps. Especially on offense, bro, and their defense isn't that good, so we're gonna have to just see it, like in terms of like the post. Because I mean, I don't have anybody that's a 7-footer that can play defense except for Mitch Robertson. He's out. So if you have Mitch Robertson, then y'all been good, but now I mean it's kind of a little bit tough.
And this simple idea completely broke their offense. It's a problem we still haven't seen them solve. But there's a problem the Spurs haven't solved either. The Knicks completely dominating the glass. It's hard to overstate the value of closing a possession. You can do literally everything right and still give up easy points. The Knicks really took advantage of that during their matchups, especially during Mitchell Robinson's minutes. He poses a super fascinating, yet at the same time straightforward challenge. In theory, Wemby should be able to match up with him easily. Now you don't have to worry about keeping him low or closing out to shooters. You can finally take away the paint. But Robinson's a weird case of a non-scoring threat who actually spaces the floor because you can't leave him without him getting on the glass. And that sort of changes the rules of help defense. Just look at this play. While Mikal drives, Wemby turns around. He's so worried about boxing out that he ignores the ball and gives up a layup. That's because whenever he did help, the Knicks got it back. In the NBA Cup final, Robinson had 10 offensive rebounds in 18 minutes, which is just absolutely absurd stuff. And he poses that same challenge in pick and roll. Of course, Wemby wants to take away Brunson's space, but you can't let Robinson roll behind you. That's when he's at his best. By default, he forces defenses to fall back into a deeper drop.
But they don't have him, so
all of a sudden Brunson has more space to operate and do what he does best as a creator. At the end of the day, that's all the Knicks want, to create as much room as possible for Brunson to run the offense, hunt for his own shot, and get everybody else involved. For the most part, that comes in the form of high ball screens. As long as the Spurs are in deep drop, he'll be able to get to his elite pull-up jumper pretty consistently. Even if he can't though, because his defender does a good job of running him off the line. He navigates that in-between space as well as anyone in the league. Remember,
Brunson
Wemby
is
can't
tough.
commit, giving him access to the short mid-range. It's the same thing.
Like, it's so crazy how good Jalen Brunson is at his height, bro. He just reminds me like a more refined Isaiah Thomas, bro. Like, literally, bro. He's just like he's good. Like I said in the previous video, bro. He's probably like the best. Like, he's probably top 3 like best like playoff performers of this year. No cap. Like, behind Shea and Wemby, bro. Like, he's tough, bro. He's tough. I ain't gonna lie, bro. 6'1" lefty that can do it all, and he plays like a forward, gang. He's posting up, bro. All that, and he's not weak either. He's strong. Like, he's getting to his spots, everything, bro. He's a good passer. Like, he's tough, bro. I have to give him his flowers, gang. I ain't gonna lie, like, this nigga hooping.
Isolation. They'll put Robinson in the short corner,
Look at this.
opposite of the ball, while Brunson goes one-on-one.
Look at this.
As long as he gets within 12 feet of the basket, he's automatic.
Tough.
They had a
Literally.
decent amount of
Sorry,
success
I'm
hunting
over
for
a little tired.
mismatches. The Spurs mostly just switch across the board, and with the spread floor, they could put pressure on the paint, finding high-quality offense.
Clarkson been hooping
All that's
too.
to say, the Spurs have counters and adjustments they've gone to, while the Knicks have also had a ton of answers. In many ways, we've seen the starting point for what a chess match would look like between these two coaching staffs. But what about the other side of the ball? Before we get into that, I want to take a second to do on the 4-6 approach slash scoring more or less 50 to hear your than any player in baskets. Victor Wembanyama might leave defenses with more questions to answer than any player in basketball. And it's not because he's a monster isolation creator or some playmaking savant. It's because his unrivaled blend of size and athleticism as an off-ball threat creates pressure in the most extreme ways imaginable.
Like I said, Cat's getting fucked, bro. Like, literally, Cat is literally getting fucked off on the glass, and he's getting cooked on defense, bro. No cap. He's getting dunked on. Like, he's like, bro, he's gonna do the same shit he did to Chet. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if Cat is scared again. Gonna paint his nails and all this shit. Let me stop.
Historically, the Knicks have liked to put OG Anunoby on him. When it comes to the one-on-one element, you could argue that he's the best possible matchup. That's the result of some awesome physical tools. He's really quick when it comes to sliding his feet and changing directions. He's got a ridiculously strong lower body, so he's a brick wall. And that's without giving up a ton of size. No, he's not a 7-footer, but he still has the length to attack the ball or get a hand up on shot attempts. At least about as well as you can against Wemby. After all, if he's willing to settle for a jumper, there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Because they might have to put, I keep muting the video, but I ain't gonna lie, they might have to put OG on Wemby. Like I said, bro, he's a 7-foot wingspan and he's like 6'8". So, I mean, hey, that might be their best option, bro, because Cat can't play defense, bro. No cap. Cat is a cone. Cone Cat.
I said, though, isolations aren't the issue. It's his off-ball play. The way they'll implement screens into their offense and use his movement as a tool to create space. For the most part, the Knicks haven't been comfortable switching smaller guys onto Wemby. OG was playing the pick and roll straight up, which primarily meant drop coverage. That became something for the Spurs to attack. He's not big enough to eat up space and play in between the ball and the roll. He'd have to choose one or the other. Of course, more times than not, that meant choosing Wemby. He would drop back, get into his lower body, and hope his teammates could contain the ball. If they didn't, and he had to step away for even a fraction of a second, it was a lob and easy points at the rim. In a way, that really limited his skill set, because the Knicks often rely on him to be their last line of defense. He's by far their best defensive playmaker, with great instincts for helping, and the tools to blow up plays or even get up at the rim. He's also their best on-ball defender. I talked about the agility, length, and lower body strength. He's just a flat-out elite point of attack guy. And there's a certain peace of mind in knowing he's your first line of defense.
And I ain't gonna lie, if OG's not guarding Wemby, OG's guarding Brunson, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie. I said he's guarding Brunson. I'm tripping. If OG's not guarding Wemby, he's either guarding probably Stephon Castle or Dylan Harper, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Especially against the Spurs, who have so many capable slashers. You need somebody who can fight over screens, contain drives, and protect the rim without needing help. So, although he's equipped to guard Wemby better than others in certain situations, at times it makes more sense to put a big on him, not cross-match. That way their best defender can do what he does best. It just depends on who the big is, how they approach him, and what the Spurs do to get him free. Because if he finds space, even OG can't.
He just got bitched. Yeah, look at this.
And what the Spurs do to get him free. Because if he finds space, even OG can't do a thing to stop him. In the starting five, it was Cat who drew the assignment. Again, I think he did a good job of holding his own in isolation. He's strong. He's long. His feet are decently quick. So he could force Wemby to have to win over the top. The Spurs could attack him off the ball too, though. What they wanted to do was get Cat in space, pull him up to ball screens, and have Wemby sprint behind him on rolls. This is where their rim pressure again comes into play.
Shit,
After
paying out a
turning the
strap,
corner
I
and
ain't gonna
forcing
lie.
Cat to help, the Knicks had to send the low man early, which meant shooters were either getting open or drawing closeouts, and they've more than got the skill to capitalize on those situations. Also, a quick side note, this is how the Spurs ran their offense during the Luke Kornet minutes. They'd set up middle pick and roll, and have Kornet slip screens to get behind Cat. The goal was to put him in one-on-two situations and force him to make tough decisions. He had trouble defending both the ball and the roll in these situations. They had to pick a poison, and the Spurs took advantage. However, it's not that simple against Mitchell Robinson. Pulling him up into the action didn't create anywhere near the same sort of opportunities, and that's because he's an elite drop defender. Someone who can cover both the ball and the roll, protect the rim without needing help to collapse from the corner. The thing about Wemby though is that he always has a counter. Against Robinson, it was the pick and pop. That was his way of forcing Mitch to make tough decisions on the fly. If he drops back and helps on the ball, he'd have to give up an open three. The last thing you want is Wemby getting hot on jumpers. But if he stayed attached to the
we don't
screen,
want him making 4 threes like he did last time, bro. Nigga, he's capable of shooting, bro. He shot that Steph Curry shot from the logo to seal freaking that game, bro. Like if that nigga never hit that 3-pointer, bro, would have been good. I think that was game 1, bro, or game 2. I hate this nigga so much sometimes, bro. We play against him, like yo. I want to see him. I want to see him win now since our team is out. So, but it's just like, damn, dog. These niggas really did just hit. He really hit that bullshit 3. That shit really did hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
help, those San Antonio guards could get downhill, draw help from the perimeter, and get the Knicks into rotation. Once again, creating great looks for shooters. That was just part of it though. When Robinson was on Wemby, we saw a complete shift in play style. They turned him into a 7'5" wing, curling him off of screens to catch the ball and attack on the move. Remember, the Knicks weren't comfortable switching smaller guys onto him, especially not the smallest guy. So by having Brunson's man set down screens for Wemby, the Spurs had found another advantage. New York's best option, it seemed like, was having Mitch duck under these screens and hope he could get to the paint in time. They're okay with Wemby taking along too. But the problem isn't Wemby scoring, it's the space he creates.
Okay, so Mitch Robertson is playing tonight, essentially. Even though he's recovering surgery from a fractured middle crap, whatever that's called. I think it's his pinky, whatever. I don't know. But apparently he's supposed to be playing. So we'll have to just see, man. But he's partially injured. So he has a yellow injury sign by his name, but he's still playing. So we'll have to just see. But I don't know, man. Like I said, bro, if they win, I mean, I said if they win. If they put him on Wemby, bro, I mean, he's gonna probably just shoot the ball. If they put him on Cat, he can shoot the ball or he can dunk on this nigga, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, he's gonna look like a bitch out there. Simple. And there's nothing even to hate on Cat, bro. It's just
while Robinson's occupied with him, Castle's busy attacking the paint. That's a lot to worry about at the same time. And that's when the Spurs are at their best. They've got slashers bringing the ball up. Like most bigs, Robinson's first instinct is to drop back. Are you willing to live with Wemby getting open on the perimeter? With him spacing the floor, they put defenses into a bind. For example, they'll start to hunt for mismatches. The Knicks were switching with Brunson. Now you've got him trying to defend Dylan Harper in space while your best rim protector is stuck guarding the three-point line. And this isn't just a Brunson problem. That roster is loaded with athletic, physical wings who can put the ball down and get to the basket. As long as they have space to do so, they'll find the weak link. From there, everything starts to open up.
Yeah, their team is deep.
They
probably have the second deepest team in the league behind our team. Their team is deep, bro. Everybody on their team is good. Even Luke Kornet is good. That shit is crazy. This nigga got a fucking game-winning block. I said, bro, I hate and love these niggas.
The rim, they're drawing fouls. Then the Knicks have to get aggressive with their help. Again, to which they'll find the open man. All of this starts with Wemby being such a problem. Depending on his matchup, he can play point guard, wing, or center.
Nigga just
he can
some
space
bullshit.
the floor from the three-point line or vertically from the baseline where you can't help off of him. By surrounding him with all of these capable creators and shooters, defenses have to give up something.
Like, do we not just see this play, dog? Look at this shit.
Surrounding him with all of
this
these
nigga
capable
just threw a pass up. Nigga, look. Threw it up.
Defenses have
This nigga caught the ball like this and just threw it behind him, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And Cat's supposed to stop that? Fuck out of here, bro.
Give up something. And really, that applies to both of these teams. In rewatching all three games, a few noteworthy things stuck out to me. Firstly, pace. Both offenses found lots of openings in transition. That could be a battle to look out for. On one hand, the Spurs need to figure out how to keep the Knicks off the offensive glass. And if the Knicks figure out the Josh Hart problem, they need to find a way to keep Wemby at the basket. Because New York has shown that they can attack him if he stays low.
Yeah, because if Josh Hart is not scoring, it's cooks. It's food all day. If Josh Hart is going 0 for 16 from the field goal, we are green. If Josh Hart is hitting shots, then we might have low-key an issue. I'm not going to lie.
If he matches up with Robinson, and especially if he matches up with Cat. On the other side of the ball,
If Josh Hart has 40 points,
Wemby's
it's going to be
movement
mad.
dictate all of their rotations. Maybe more importantly, though, they have to avoid mismatches that allow the Spurs to get to the rim. If not, they're gonna get lots of open threes. If they can also open up Wemby at the basket, their offensive floor is in the sky. So even though regular season matchups need to be taken with a grain of salt, it's not all black and white. When you have 3 games between 2 high-level teams like this, they're gonna show some cards. The makings of a chess match are already in play. Both teams already have questions they need to answer.
That's real. So we're really finna just see, man. Shout out to Hoop Venue for this video. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I said, I got Spurs in 6. Like I said, bro, if Josh Hart is not hitting threes, it's literally done so. If Josh Hart can't hit shots, it is done so. If Josh Hart's hitting shots, it's free game. You know what I'm saying? Cat's getting bitched in the paint, like I said. Cat's gonna still get his buckets from threes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not saying I ain't gonna lie. Spurs aren't gonna sweep, but it's gonna. I see the Knicks winning 2 games, bro. Because Mitch Robinson's not even fully healthy. He's playing with a fractured pinky. So I just think we're gonna win, bro. And no one's really gonna stop Wemby. Wemby's still gonna get his double-double regardless, and he's still gonna get 3 or 4 blocks a game. He's still gonna get 1 to 2, maybe even 3 steals a game. So it's like he's still gonna get his stats. And also too, like, we have slashers bringing up the ball, bro. And I mean, the paint's gonna be damn near wide open, bro. So we're gonna be good, bro. We're still gonna score regardless. I still got the Spurs winning. But I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way, bro. Like, I'm not really surprised. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Knicks could just, you know what I'm saying, just drink a bunch of chug jugs and these niggas is going ham. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hitting shots. They're you know what I'm saying? Brunson's going crazy. He has like fucking 15 assists in the game. Like, bro, I mean, I just wouldn't be surprised. Cash 30 points just off of 8 3-pointers. Like, bro, you just never know, bro. You just never know. So we're really finna see. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys join the amazing members. I'll see you guys in the next video. MarMazin out. Best of luck to the NBA team.